Minister, India became the fifth largest economy in the world in 2022 and the fourth largest in 2025. In July 2025, she became the longest continuous serving Indian finance minister. In February 2026, she became the first Indian finance minister to present the union budget for the ninth consecutive times. We also extend a warm welcome to Srimati Vrunda Manohar Desai, the Textile Commissioner Mumbai. Our esteemed guest for this function, Srimati Vrunda Manohar Desai, is the first Indian Revenue Service officer to be appointed as Textile Commissioner of India. The Cotton Textile Export Promotion Council, popularly known as Texprocil, has been a strong pillar in the growth of India's cotton textile export since 1954 and has now completed 72 years of its establishment. Over these years, the textile industry has seen many ups and downs along with the new learnings and fresh perspectives. But through it all, the resilience, the dedication of our exporters in achieving their goals has remained strong, leading many of them
वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं सर्वकार्येषु
before we get upon the stage, requesting all the dignitaries to kindly welcome all of you to Texprocil Export Awards. And we shall now take this opportunity to felicitate our esteemed dignitaries present here with us today. I request Texprocil Chairman Sri Vijay Garvalji to present a bouquet to Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji. Very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Sri Vijay sir will now present a memento to Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji. I will now request Texprocil Vice Chairman Sri Ravi Salji to present a bouquet to Srimati Vrunda Manohar Desai, our Textile Commissioner. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Requesting Sri Ravi Sam to present a memento to Srimati Vrunda Desai. Thank you. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, I now call upon the gentleman who has ably led the council over the past 2 years, and it's his chairman. Please put your hands together, everybody, for Sri Vijay Garwal as he delivers the welcome address.
Ladies and gentlemen, namaskar. Namaskar to all. A very warm welcome to all of you at the prestigious Texprocil Award function. We are deeply honored by the gracious presence of Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji. We are also grateful to the Textile Commissioner, Mrs. Vrunda Desai, and the senior government officials, industry leaders, exporters, and members of the textile fraternity present here today. Ma'am, I must tell you, you are sitting amongst the members of the oldest textile export promotion council in the country. This was established in 1954 with the objective of promoting cotton textile gray fabrics. Slowly, we moved to promoting export of yarn, processed fabrics, and most importantly, home textiles. There was a time when this council also used to represent apparels, which was in 1978 moved to APC. Madam, inspired by the 5F vision of Shri Narendra Modi ji, our Prime Minister, farm to fiber to factory to fashion to foreign. The products under the council span the entire cotton ecosystem. We have around 2,000 members, and our exports are valued at almost $11 billion, which we plan to enhance to $21 billion by 2030. Our industry employs about 35 million people directly and indirectly. The sector contributes significantly to the India exports and support millions of livelihoods across the farm to fashion ecosystem, making it one of the strongest pillar of the Indian economy. Besides promoting exports of cotton products, we have also been given the task of promoting Indian cotton brand Kasturi Cotton. We are the implementing agency for branding, certification, and traceability of the homegrown cotton brand. I will take this opportunity to request my fellow exporters to use Kasturi cotton in their product as much as possible. Madam, I would also like to place on record our sincere appreciation to the Government of India, particularly the Ministry of Finance under your esteemed leadership for the timely and productive, proactive support extended to the industry during every phase of the global disruption. Industry has gone through three major crises. First was COVID, then tariff, and now West Asia war. Yet, in spite of these challenges, the Indian textile industry has shown remarkable resilience and continue to maintain its strong global presence. During the COVID crisis, landmark measures Atmanirbhar Bharat package totaling 360 billion was announced. Similarly, the Emergency Credit Line Guarantee Scheme (ECLGS) support MSME support initiatives and reforms in credit access helped industry in protecting employment across the value chain. During the era of tariff escalation and war, the government has provided tailored support to exporters suffering from insurance risk, the material disruptions, and payment settlement blockages in western regions. In the war-torn regions, the emergency credit extension through the emergency liquidity Credit Guarantee Scheme (ECLGS 50) has been of great support to units facing supply chain and raw material costs, especially the SMEs. These proactive efforts and timely steps, Madam, under your leadership during the period ensured that both businesses and the common people remain insulated and protected from the severe impact of global economic shocks. Madam, the government has acted swiftly through trade facilitation measures, export support initiatives, and kept the morale high and managed to ease the impact of supply chain disruptions and rising input costs. The Omnibus Export Promotion Mission, EPM, announced in the Union Budget 25-26, makes a significant structural reform by integrating multiple export support initiatives into a united, outcome-driven, and digitally enabled framework. The twin pillars, Niryat Protsahan and Niryat Disha, have provided a strong long-term direction to the export growth. The Union Budget 26-27 announced two important initiatives, the Textile Expansion and Employment Scheme, known as TEAM, and the Tax Eco Initiative, aimed at strengthening competitiveness, modernization, sustainability, and employment generation across the textile sector. The budget has rightly been appreciated as distinctly textile centric with a strong focus on manufacturing growth and inclusive development. Madam, Texprocil remains fully committed to supporting the vision of Government of India, strengthening the country's export ecosystem. Today, we'll also be inaugurating at the hands of the Honorable Finance Minister an advanced certificate program in the international trade aimed at achieving excellence in global trade through skills and capacity building. This will ensure that the industry professionals working in export houses, trading houses are trained to meet the emerging challenges in EXIM trade. Today, India stands at the threshold of a major growth opportunity, with the landmark free trade agreements being concluded with the key markets. Indian textiles and apparel are well positioned to emerge as a reliable, sustainable, and competitive sourcing partners of the world. Madam, we have three asks from you. First, please ensure that availability of the raw material at international prices are provided to the exporters. Schemes like advance authorization should become more exporter friendly through updated CION norms, simplified procedures, seamless domestic sourcing mechanism, and flexible export obligation timelines during global disruption. Secondly, ma'am, it is essential that no embedded taxes and levies are exported. To that extent, ROTP and ROSTA rate should adequately reflect the actual incidence of unrepeated taxes and levies across the value chain. Thirdly, the industry seeks continued support for improving export competitiveness through affordable export finance, continuation of interest equalization support, and improved logistic efficiency. Going forward, madam, these measures will significantly strengthen India's position as a trusted global textile sourcing destination. Before I conclude, I extend my heartiest congratulations to all the award winners being honored today. Your achievement, innovation, and commitment to excellence continue to inspire the entire industry. I once again express my sincere gratitude to Honorable Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman. Madam, your presence today at our award function is truly inspiring. Also, many thanks to Textile Commissioner Mrs. Brinda Desai, distinguished guests, exporters, members, friends from media, and all the participants for gracing this occasion and making the celebration truly memorable. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your warm and cordial welcome address, highlighting the achievements of the industry and lending the voice to the concerns of the members. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will move ahead. I would like to call upon the Textile Commissioner, Srimati Vrinda Manohar Desai, to address the gathering. Can we welcome her with a big round of applause?
आदरणीय केंद्र मंत्री राजस्व एवं कॉर्पोरेट कार्य श्रीमती निर्मला सीतारमण मैडम, चेयरमैन the Texprocil, executive directors, members of the Export Promotion Council, esteemed exporters, industry leaders, media persons, सभी को मेरा सादर अभिवादन. It is a proud privilege to be present here at the Texprocil Export Award function, and I congratulate Texprocil for its outstanding contribution in promoting Indian cotton textiles globally and also for acting as a bridge between the government and the industry. Initiatives such as Kasturi Cotton Bharat program have helped strengthen the branding, traceability, and reinforcing India's reputation as a reliable and sustainable sourcing destination. The textile and apparel sector remains one of the strongest pillars of the Indian economy. It contributes significantly to manufacturing, employment, exports, and livelihoods while supporting millions of farmers, workers, artisans, and MSMEs across the country. This sector is also central to the vision of our Honorable Prime Minister for building a Viksit Bharat. His vision of 5F, farm to fiber, fiber to factory, factory to fashion, fashion to foreign, captures the immense strength and potential of the India's integrated textile value chain. Indian textile and apparel market is projected to grow substantially in 2030, with exports expected to reach around 100 billion USD. To realize this vision, the government has consistently undertaken major policy reforms and strategic interventions. We are grateful to the Honorable Finance Minister for the important union budget announcements for the textile sector. The recently announced initiatives like Team Fiber Development, Sustainable Manufacturing, Skilling, Handloom and Handicrafts, and the Mega Parks will provide the strong support for technology upgradation and globally competitive manufacturing, development of skilled manpower, and creation of integrated manufacturing ecosystem across the textile value chain. The global supply chains are evolving rapidly, and buyers today seek reliability, transparency, sustainability, and diversification. India exhibits inherent strengths in raw material availability, entrepreneurship, skilled manpower, and a rich textile heritage. The Ministry of Textiles is actively engaging with all the states and the union territories for preparation of state export action plans. And the objective is to ensure a coordinated and strategic approach towards enhancing textile exports by identifying the specific strengths, improving export readiness, and strengthening market linkages to fully leverage our opportunities. I would also like to appreciate the resilience shown by the industry in navigating the global challenges, including the supply chain disruptions, the freight volatility, geopolitical uncertainties, and the fluctuating conditions. To further strengthen the export competitiveness, the Textile Committee has established pilot 6 textile export facilitation centers in major textile clusters to provide uh, export guidance, compliance support, FDA awareness, market development assistance, and to tell people about the government schemes. I assure the industry that Ministry of Textile remains fully committed to supporting the growth and modernization of this sector. We deeply value the engagement with industry bodies like the Texprocil and appreciate the constructive feedback which we have got from the exporters and the stakeholders. Before I conclude, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to all the award winners who are being honored today. Your achievements reflect excellence and your contribution towards strengthening of India's export performances will go a long way. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite our honorable chief guest and the presiding guest to launch the Council's Advanced Certificate Program in International Trade, that is ACPIT, marking yet another significant milestone for the Council. Can we please hand over the brochures? I would also like to invite on the stage Sri Sudhakar Kasture, Director, Exim Institute, to join the launch. I'll request the dignitaries to kindly unveil the program brochure by opening the ceremonial ribbons and officially launching it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause as we make this special moment. May I request all the dignitaries to kindly step forward for a group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, ACPIT program is a comprehensive capacity building initiative with its foundation in the Export Promotion Mission, that is EPM scheme of the Government of India, which emphasizes skill development and institutional strengthening of India's export ecosystem under Niryat Disha framework. Texprocil's ACPIT has been carefully designed to provide 360-degree practical skilling in international trade, catering to the evolving needs of the industry. The course structure comprises 8 dedicated modules covering key aspects of global trade, including documentation, logistic compliance, market access, trade finance, and export promotion strategies with detailed case studies. We warmly invite aspiring exporters, industry, logistics professionals, entrepreneurs, and students to join this unique program and equip themselves with the knowledge and expertise required to excel in the dynamic world of international trade. The ACPIT brochures are being distributed in the hall. Alternatively, 10 cards of the ACPIT QR code are also placed on each of the tables. Interested exporters may scan the QR code and get the information of the ACPIT program. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time to celebrate and recognize the outstanding achievements of our members for the year 2023 and 2024. In a year characterized by various global challenges, there have been some sterling performances which deserve our admiration, both at Texprocil, who have been a facilitator, and our dear exporter friends who have achieved excellence in their respective product sector. The Council has evaluated these achievements through a well-defined evolution process based on the key parameters, including minimum qualifying level, total value of exports, growth over the previous year, performance in focus and new markets, product innovation and development, and finally, new initiatives. The textile and apparel sector is considered one of the most important segments in Indian economy and a vehicle for generation of employment. Keeping this in view, Texprocil has among the first export promotion council that has recognized the need and impact of creating new jobs within the textile sector. It has therefore rewarded its members for the last 6 years for gathering highest employment in the respective company. This year, the council has gone even further by instituting 3 new awards, namely Excellence in E-commerce, Exports, Excellence in ESG, that is Environment, Social, Governance, and thirdly, Innovation. May I now request Srimati Nirmala Sitaramanji, Honorable Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, to do the honors and present the award to our well-deserving winners. We are going to begin with the first award for the highest global export. This is the Platinum Trophy for the highest global export. And this goes to Wilson Global Brands Limited. A big round of applause, everybody. Their export performance for the year 23-24 is 5,076 crores. I invite Ms. Vikali Goenka, CEO and Managing Director, along with Mr. Keyur Parekh, CEO, Global and Full-Time Director, Mr. Updeep Singh Chatra, CEO, Odisha Projects and Resident Director of Delhi, along with Mr. Alok Mishra, President and Global Head Sustainability, to kindly come forward to receive the honor with a remarkable workforce of 22,247 employees, including more than 7,652 women employees. Westman has built a strong global presence with factories and branches across Gujarat, Telangana, and Maharashtra. The group continues to set benchmarks in innovation, sustainability, and global excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, Wellspun Living Limited is also proud winner of Gold Trophy for Innovation and Gold Trophy for Excellence in ESG. I will request the team to stay back on the stage to receive these 2 awards as well. Wellspun Living showing the development in hydrocotton, a patented spinning technology, which is an innovation and unique manufacturing process. Wellspun has also developed a wide range of products in rugs, towels, bedsheets that exemplify luxury, durability, and exceptional quality. Heartiest congratulations to the team. Moving on to the next gold trophy for the second highest global export, and it goes to Trident Limited. A big round of applause. I request Mr. P.K. Markande, CEO of Growth in Projects, to kindly come up on stage. Their export performance for the year 23-24 is 3,518 crores. Trunton Limited has established itself as one of the India's leading textile manufacturers, with manufacturing facilities across Punjab, Madhya Pradesh, and a workforce of over 15,270 employees, including more than 3,212 women employees. Congratulations. Moving on to the next one, silver trophy for third highest global export, and it goes to Vardhaman Textile Limited. May I request Mr. Rajesh Chopra, Senior Vice President, to kindly come forward to receive the honor. Their export performance for the year 23-24 is 3,286 crores, with 13 factories units across Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Punjab. Their workforce is 27,432 employees, including 8,556 women employees. Congratulations. The next gold trophy for highest global export in category export for 100 crores to 500 crores, and it goes to Lahoti Overseas Limited Group Companies. A big round of applause. May I request Mr. Ujjwal Lahoti, Chairman, Mr. Aditya Lahoti, Executive Director, Mr. Saurabh Lahoti, Director. The Lahoti Group has continued to make a strong mark in the export sector through its commitment to quality and excellence, further strengthening India's global textile presence. Heartiest congratulations. I can't hear the claps. Come on, everybody. We deserve a big round of applause. The next gold trophy for the highest global export in the category of exports less than 100 crores goes to VTM Limited. A big round of applause, everybody. May I invite Miss Visalakshi Khanna, Director, to kindly come forward to receive the award. Behind, ladies and gentlemen, based in Tamil Nadu, VTM Limited has built a strong reputation in the textile industry with a dedicated workforce of 789 employees, including 434 women employees, contributing significantly to growth. Heartiest congratulations. The next gold trophy for the highest employment generation goes to Nitin Spinners Limited. A big round of applause, everybody. 1,657 number of additional employment generated during the year 23 and 24. I would like to invite Mr. Sandeep Kumar, COO and President, to kindly come forward to receive the award. With a workforce of 6,900 employees, including 250 women employees in Rajasthan, the company continues to contribute immensely towards employment generation. I would request Sir to stay back with us, as Nitin Spinners Limited is also a proud recipient of Silver Trophy for the second highest exports of grey yarns in the category of cotton yarns, presenting one more award to Nitin Spinners Limited. We have with us Mr. Umesh Toshriwan, Joint President, Marketing. Next gold trophy for the highest e-commerce export goes to Sri Mahavir Home Furnish Export Private Limited. A big round of applause, may I request Mr. Krishna Murari Ishwar, Director, to kindly come forward to receive the award. With a growing presence in the e-commerce export segment and a dedicated workforce of 189 employees, including 55 women employees, the company has carved a niche for itself in the international market. The next gold trophy for the highest export in bed sheets and bed linens in the category of cotton made-ups goes to Interco Interplant Industries Limited. A big round of applause. May I invite Mr. Anil Kumar Jain, Executive Chairman, and Mr. Mohit Jain, Executive Vice Chairman, to kindly come forward to receive the award. With 7 manufacturing locations across Maharashtra and Gujarat, and a workforce of 7,000 employees, including 30% women employees, Interfound Industries Limited continues to be the leading name in the home textile export industry. Congratulations. The next gold trophy, Special Appreciation Award for Production and Promotion of Kasturi Cotton, and it goes to Cotton Corporation of India. I would like to invite Mr. Lalit Kumar Gupta, Chairman and Managing Director, to join us on the stage to receive the award. The Cotton Corporation of India, a Government of India corporate agency under the Ministry of Textile, continues to play a vital role in promoting and strengthening of custody cotton across nation. Congratulations. Next gold trophies, the special recognition, the special appreciation award for the highest buyer of custody cotton, and it goes to Vrindavan Cotton Mills Private Limited. A big round of applause. Mr. Sanjay Agarwal, the managing director, will be joining us on the stage to receive the award. Highest buyer of custody cotton bells, that is 5,900 bells in the fiscal year 2023 and 2024. The company has shown remarkable commitment towards promoting and supporting the custody cotton initiatives through its strong participation and contribution. The next gold trophy for the highest export of other cotton made ups, including table linens, kitchen linens, napkins, in the category of cotton made ups, goes to.
Excuse me.
Please put your hands together, everybody, for Asian Fabrics Private Limited. I will request Mr. V. Ashok Rampanal, Managing Director, to kindly join us on the stage to receive the award. Based in Tamil Nadu, Asian Fabrics Private Limited has a workforce of 4,074 employees, including 2,514 women employees, and continues to excel in the cotton made-ups export category. Congratulations. Next gold trophy for the highest export of woven fabrics. Processed dyed yarns and printed and denim in the category of cotton fabrics. And it goes to Arvind Limited. A big round of applause for Arvind Limited. I'll request Mr. Kiran Oja, the CEO of Gold Fabric Business, and Abhishek Bansal, Head of Sustainability, join us on the stage to receive the award with approximately 38,000 employees, including 21,000 women employees and a network of 35 factories across India. Arvind Limited continues to be the pioneer in India's textile and apparel industry. Arvind Limited is also proud recipients and are requested to stay back with us. We have one more award for you. They are the proud recipient of the silver trophy for the second highest export of knitted fabric in the category of cotton fabrics. Heartiest congratulations. Next gold trophy for the highest exports of gold fabric, grey and bleached in the category of cotton fabrics goes to PV Textiles Limited. A big round of applause for Mr. Arun Kumar Moguta, Managing Director, to kindly come upon the stage. I request him to join us on the stage. Based in Maharashtra, PV Textile Limited has a workforce of 26,000 employees, including 185 women employees, and continues to demonstrate excellence in fabric export with a strong and growing presence in textile sector. The next gold trophy for the highest exports of knitted fabric, grey and processed in category of cotton fabric goes to Loyal Textile Mills Limited. A big round of applause. May I request Mr. M. P. Manivalan, full-time director, to kindly come forward to receive the award with 6 factory units across Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, and Telangana, and a workforce of 30,000 women employees, including 100, 1,800 women employees. Loyal Textile Mill continues to contribute significantly in India's textile export. Moving on to the next one, the gold trophy for the highest exports of grey yarns in the category of cotton yarns goes to BBM Overseas Limited. May I request Mr. Balkrishna Sharma. A big round of applause for the COO, Mr. Balkrishna Sharma, with a workforce of 6,440 employees, including 1,447 women employees and operations based in Gujarat. Premium Overseas Limited continues to strengthen India's position in export globally. Next one goes to gold. Next one is the gold trophy for the highest export of processed yarn in the category of cotton yarn. And it goes to Winsome Textile Industries Limited. A big round of applause for Mr. Alok Mishra, Senior Vice President, with a workforce of 2,434 employees, including 596 women employees, along with its head office in Chandigarh and factory operations in Himachal. Winsome Textile Industries Limited has consistently maintained excellence. Next gold trophy is for the highest exports in quilts, comforters, sleeping bags, and tents in the category of cotton made-ups. And it goes to Paramount Textile Mills Private Limited. I would like to invite Mr. Prabhakaran, General Manager Marketing, to receive the award with 5 locations in and around Madurai and a workforce of 2,200 employees, including 1,500 women employees. The company continues to make remarkable contribution in the cotton made sector. The next gold trophies for the highest exports in territories and the category of cotton made-ups. And this goes to KG Petrochem Limited. A big round of applause. I request Mr. Prakash Ram, partner of SK Solutions, to receive the award. KG Petrochem Limited continues to build a strong reputation in the textile export sector in its commitment to quality, consistency in the territorial category. Heartiest congratulations. Can we have a big round of applause, everybody? With this, we move on to our next segment, ladies and gentlemen. Silver trophy for the second highest global export in the category of export from 100 crores to 500 crores goes to Premium Mills Private Limited Group Companies. A big round of applause. I invite Dr. K.D. Srinivasan, Managing Director. Based in Tamil Nadu, the company has a workforce of 6,000 employees, including 4,200 women employees, and continues to make a significant contribution to India's textile export growth. Ladies and gentlemen, the next silver trophy for the second highest global export in the category of export, less than 100 crores, goes to Vintas Industries. A big round of applause for Mr. Dhaval Sorathia, owner of Vintas Industries. Vintas Industries continues to strengthen its presence in the export sector through quality and commitment to excellence. The next silver trophy for the second highest export processed yarns in the category of cotton yarn goes to Sucklage Textile and Industries Limited. A big round of applause for Mr. Ashish Kumar Srivastava, the CEO, Mr. Vishwendra Singh, Assistant Vice Himachal Pradesh and Gujarat, and offices at Mumbai, Delhi, Ludhiana, and Jaipur. The company has a workforce of 12,432 employees, including 2,236 women employees. The next silver trophy is for the second highest export of bedsheets and bed linens in the category of cotton made-ups. And this goes to Glow Coat Yarn Private Limited. A big round of applause and press Mr. Sachin Jhunjhunwala, the President, and Sachin Jhunjhunwala, the Vice President, to join us on the stage. In operations across Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, the company has a workforce of 304 employees, including 134 women employees, and this continues to demonstrate excellence in cotton made-up segment. The next silver trophy is for the second highest exports in the other cotton made-up, including table linens, kitchen linens, and napkins in the category of cotton made-ups. That goes to Atlas Export Enterprises. A big round of applause. We request Mr. N. Senthil Prasad, Managing Director, and Mr. Sriman Senthil Prasad, Managing Executive. The kindly join us on the stage with 3 locations across Tamil Nadu and a workforce of 3,868 employees, including 2,172 women employees. The company continues to achieve remarkable growth in the export market. The next silver trophy is for the second highest export of Textile in the category of cotton products. And this goes to TC Teritex Limited. A big round of applause, everybody. Mr. Aditya S. Chopra, the marketing manager, and Mr. Rajesh Mudreja, business development head, is here with us on the stage. Based in Punjab, the company has a workforce of 1,616 employees, including 3,367 women employees. The next silver trophy is for the second highest exports in woven fabric, processed dyed, a yarn dyed, and printed and denim in the category of cotton fabrics. And this goes to Atlas Exports India through companies. Then on the stage, Mr. Jinesh Aglani, partner, and Mr. Wally Bindra, partner, to receive the award. The company continues to contribute significantly to India's woven fabric export industry in quality and consistency. The next silver trophy is for the second highest export of woven fabric, grade and bleached in the category of cotton fabric, and it goes to Umaid Sizes. May I request Mr. Nitin Kumar Nemichal Manu, the partner, along with Mr. Sachin Nitin Manu, partner, to kindly come forward to receive the award. Based in Maharashtra, the company has 101 employees, including 13 women employees, with 500 employees across group companies, and continues to maintain excellence in fabric export. The next bronze trophy is for the third highest global export in the category of exports from 100 crores to 500 crores. And this goes to Gulabdas International Trading LLC. May I request Mr. Sanjay Bhagat, partner, to kindly join us on stage. Based in Mumbai, the company has workforce of 50 employees, including 11 women employees, and continues to contribute steadily to India's export growth story. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the bronze trophy for the third highest global exports in the category of exports less than 100 crores goes to SK Solutions. May I request Mr. Prakash Shah, partner of SK Solutions, to kindly join us on the stage with operations across Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, and the company has workforce of 10 employees, including 2 women employees. And this continues to showcase excellence in the export sector. Thank you. I will request all the dignitaries to kindly take a seat on the dais. Well, heartiest congratulations to all the winners. Can we please have a big round of applause for everybody who is marking award today? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji, for gracing this occasion with her esteemed presence. Ma'am, your leadership, vision, and constant encouragement towards India's growth story continue to inspire industries across the nation, including the textile sector as well. Your presence today has truly elevated this celebration of excellence and achievement. May I now humbly request Honorable Union Minister of Finance and Corporate Affairs, Srimati Nirmala Sitharamanji, to address the gathering. A big round of applause for her, everybody.
Awards which have been given to you. Some of you are getting the awards probably for second, third consecutive time. Repeat good performance. So for all of you, once again, my good wishes and congratulations. It certainly gives me great pleasure. It gives me great pleasure to be here. After several years, I suppose we could match the dates and expectations, and I was able to honor the invitation given by the Texprocil. Today is a very special day in that sense because we launched the Texprocil Advanced Certificate Program in international trade. I say this is a very special uh, day because any number of skilling program by governments or any number of skilling programs by universities outside have a value. But when the certification and the course is designed and is being run by the industry themselves, then it has a greater sense of relevance. So I'm extremely pleased that the textile producers, yarn or F2F, all of you all have come together and to design a course and get it launched today. And it is not a foundational course, it's an advanced certificate program. So really, the maturity of this industry, the maturity of you performing at various level end to end, the entire value chain is now also being converted into how best practices can be established, how capable individuals can be readied, how capacities can be built. And therefore, I appreciate the entire membership of Textprocil and your leadership for having come up with this and launching this course. It's just the right thing to do for India, which is moving towards a Viksit Bharat. We need our youth to be trained and trained relevantly. So you've taken a major step in that direction, and therefore I appreciate your effort. It is a milestone that reflects our collective belief that knowledge, like the cotton yarn we spin, must run unbroken from the farmer to the foreign shore. You've given it a different connotation today. You've given it a different aspect today, a different side to your success today. And I'm sure even this will be your success. So I don't need to go back to talking about how in India, in fact, across various places, different sites, whether it is Sindhu Saraswati civilization, you have exhibits coming out or archaeological finds which speak about the textile and weaving capability that existed over 5,000 years in India. So the spindle wools, cotton seed, and even evidence of weaving are repeatedly found in all these archaeological sites. In fact, I can never forget. In fact, I would have suggested Texprocil's, logo. It's all right. You put a lovely cotton flower and everything. You should actually have the priest king who drapes that beautiful, patterned trefoil shawl. You recall what I'm saying? The nicely bearded one, which was excavate. He wears a beautiful shawl with all those, three-petaled uh, design, which is all that really shows how ancient and people of high rank, in the sense of people who were worshipped, in the sense of their knowledge, even they wore those beautiful shawls which were woven. And that's our history, that's our heritage. So that draped beautiful shawl always comes to my mind when I think of India and its textile history, the trefoil design that it has. And finest cotton has always been used in these ceremonies. There are very many more examples which I can draw from the Shastra and see how they were even superintendents who were going around looking at weaving centers for equality. They had a position for it. The kingdom would support that person who does that job. So he used to prescribe standards of yarn quality, weights, trade practice,
and also demonstrating that even in ancient times, India has had a very sophisticated weaving and also textile economy. The person I think was called Sutra Adhyaksha. So the thread, the yarn, the supervisor for that. So, and also later on in Janapada periods, also trade guilds called Shrenis looked after the trade of textile, the craft of production, and so on. So, our muslin is not history, our muslin is our story. So, you're continuing that tradition. Of course, the colonial wound hurt us. British East India Company exploited us, took away our wealth, and killed our skills in the sense it just sort of rejected the products of this high order. The Calico Act of 1720, 1690, earlier than then, they all banned the import into Britain of cotton related products coming from India. So gradually, that excellence that we had, although the cotton kept growing, the excellence that we had was completely eroded. And no wonder later Dadabhai Nauroji had very clearly said what the drain of wealth was. Import duties were imposed on us, and literally the entire wealth went away from here. And many a times you would have heard Angus Madison later saying or calculating that India's share of the world GDP fell from approximately 24.4% of the global GDP in 1700s to just 4.2% in 1950. Textiles led that collapse. Literally, it collapsed from its highest point to being nowhere. So then you also know Mahatma Gandhi launched the Swadeshi movement, economic resistance, and we did not want anything coming from abroad. And you know the story. But what is the position today? We are not going to harp on only what we lost out. Indian textile industry. And this is a story which I've said several times to everybody. And people think, oh my God, she doesn't want to give any money to this industry. And therefore she says, oh, I will give all the money for the industry. But I don't want people of textile crying, saying, oh, we need that money, otherwise we will be dead. No, you won't be dead. After we had had that huge collapse, look at what you did to yourselves. Proven that we can stand up on our own. And therefore, I'll give you where we are today. I, in short, mentioned as to what the damage was during East India Company time and how you literally collapsed around 1947. It was a story of, sadness. But no, not today. And that today's success is all yours. You have created that success. So I just so from the colonial past, we have come a long way. Look at where do you stand today. India is today the world's sixth largest exporter of textiles and apparel. So our textile and apparel sector is the second largest employer after agriculture, supporting around 10 crore livelihoods, both directly and indirectly. This is not a small number. You support so many individuals who in turn run their families based on the support you are giving. And how much do you contribute to the GDP? This sector contributes approximately 2.3% of India's GDP and about 12% of all our total export earnings. 12% of all that India earns by exporting is from your exports. We're the world's largest exporter of cotton yarn. And we still want to import them as well. There is a request pending with me. I acknowledge that. We are the second largest producer of silk globally. We are US dollars. because it came in the face of unprecedented global headwinds and tariff disruption. You didn't care. Somebody's claiming 150% tariff. You just left it there and went about doing your business. And even now, therefore, fantastic performance in terms of exports. Our exporters held their ground. That is resilience to me, and that's the capital of this industry. But these numbers, encouraging as they may be, must be viewed against the larger ambition. That's the story I want to tell you today. If India is to reclaim its historical position as a world leader in textiles, we must run faster. What are the government actions which may be useful for us to recollect just very quickly? Since 2014, the government under Prime Minister Narendra Modi has taken a serious look at all the structural and transformation steps that we need to take to revive and modernize India's textile industry. The amended technology upgradation fund scheme, ATUFs, was launched in 2016, provided capital, provided interest subsidies to incentivize technology modernization. The GST reform, as was in 2017, ultimately created a more level playing field for the formal textile sector and reduced cascading taxes. The PM Mega Integrated Textile Region and Apparel, PM Mitra as it is called, scheme were designated and designed to create world-class plug-and-play infrastructure to set up large-scale manufacturing. The Samarth scheme has trained lakhs of workers with a specific focus on women from rural areas and marginalized communities. The famous Rosted have provided critical export incentive scheme and that support. And I'm pleased to note that both schemes, the ROTTEP and the ROSTEL, have been extended beyond March 2026, giving the industry the continuity it needs for long-term planning. Kasturi Cotton Brand Program, for which the Cotton Corporation received the award, has been a landmark initiative to build brand value for Indian cotton, establishing traceability from farm to fashion, positioning India's premium cotton in the global markets. Post 2020, the pace of reform express has accelerated significantly with the five Fs of which Mr. Agarwal also spoke: farm, fiber, factory, fashion, and foreign. The PM Mitra scheme is developing 7 world-class textile parks. Investment MOUs exceeding 27,000 crores have already been signed. The National Textiles Mission was launched in 2020 with an outlay of 1,480 crores and the intent that India's textile future must include high technology, high value, technical textiles, covering sectors from defense to agriculture and to healthcare. India's FTAs are expected to be transformational for our government and apparel exporters. In the wake of uncertainty in the global trade, the credit guarantee scheme for exporters has also been approved to provide 100% credit guarantee coverage to member lending institutions for extending additional collateral free credit facilities up to 20,000 crores to eligible exporters, including businesses in textile sector. On May 5th, 2026, the Union Cabinet cleared a landmark 5,600 crore mission for cotton productivity to ensure our cotton farmers remain self-sufficient and highly productive up to 2031. So The cotton farming sector itself, as that whole segment itself, is being pushed towards self-sufficiency and highly production related incentives and other support mechanisms to be given for up to 2031. What are the global challenges that we are navigating with a great level of uncertainty? We must be honest about the challenges that lie ahead. The global trading environment has become more uncertain than at any point in the last several decades. So, what are the major challenges today? Geopolitical fragmentation is reshaping global supply chains. These are creating uncertainty in trade flows, raw material availability, and shipping costs. Our exporters must learn to navigate the world where the rules of trade are being rewritten in real time. Protectionism is rising globally. Even as we conclude FTAs, we must recognize that many countries are holding non-tariff barriers, including stringent sustainability requirements, supply chain due diligence laws, and carbon border adjustment mechanisms. Third, competition from various countries remains formidable. We need to be alert and create opportunities for ourselves. Fourth, sustainability is no longer optional. Global retailers from H&M to Zara to Marks and Spencer are embedding sustainability requirements into their sourcing criteria. Buyers want traceability. They want certified organic or recycled fibers, reduced water consumption, lower carbon footprints, and fair labor practices. Our exporters who adapt early to these requirements will thrive. Although, even as I say this, I will also say many of our competitors probably don't face these kind of stringent regulation, and they probably also don't have, like in our country, we have that we should comply. We don't want to wait. We don't want to avoid the very same list of things, fair labor practices. We'll be far more competitive, but I know of big competitors of India who don't have that kind of a, I need to comply compulsion on themselves. Their labor and the treatment of labor probably cannot even be compared with India, where media is free to question, where regulators are free to question, government is free to question, and, and in the ground, workers, social organizations, everybody questions us and we answer. Maybe many countries don't. But that is no consolation. We still have to be alert. Fifth point, artificial intelligence and automation are transforming the global textile industry. Robotic sewing, AI driven demand forecasting, digital printing, smart manufacturing, all of these are all reducing the labor cost advantages. We must invest in technology, not just to compete on cost, but to compete on capability and standards. I met a few of your members even before coming down. I, in fact, said not too much of a happy reception, but I did venture to say this. You have reached where you have. Of course, you need support. I'm not denying that. You have reached where you have purely on the quality of your products, on the standards that you achieved. You're globally respected, you are wanted, your products are received on the merit of the products. But then they may have non-tariff barriers, which you can't really foresee or calculate or face. And that's where you want the support of the government, and I fully appreciate that. But don't forget, and please don't live in a world of, without all these supports, I cannot. So, government, how can you be like this? Give us the support, give us the support. Yes, we'll give the support. But first, Recognize that you are a high order producer. You have excellent quality. That's purely your work. You want to ignore it? You want to undermine your own achievement? You seem to put that in the back burner and then come and say, oh, no, 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 there's so much of trouble, give us some assistance. You will get the assistance. But I repeat, please, before you ask for the assistance, stand before the government and say, we have established this quality and we are recognized in the world. Our products are wanted, but there are some unforeseen things. Help us on that. That's great. I love to hear that from you. I was wondering if I understood it point for your own achievements, whether you do it or not. Please be proud of what you've done, not arrogant. Be proud. I speak about Indian textiles not just because of those priests who wore a wonderful shawl, but I always say the kind of resilience this sector has shown against adversity. It's just one thing for which India's brand is always textile because India struggles and achieves. You struggle and you achieve. It is a story of India that is the textile story. So this ACPIT that you've come up with is a great thing. I already talked about it. The international trade arena has become extraordinarily complex. You need people who know things. Letters of credit, Incoterms, rules of origin, these requirements under FTAs, compliance with destination country standards, anti-dumping provisions, supply chain documentation, trade finance instruments. These are not simple matters. A small or medium-sized exporter who does not understand them is at a great disadvantage. So you need people who are going to tell them about it. So Texprocil with this program is putting that knowledge within reach of every exporter, every MSME, every professional and aspiring entrepreneur. And therefore, I once again commend you all for this great uh, step forward. The richness of India's textile and the tradition lives in the handloom weaver of Varanasi, the power loom cluster in Surat, in knitwear exporter Tirupur, and the home textile manufacturers of Karur, and the embroidery artisan of Yakut. So this ACPIT should reach these entrepreneurs and give them the knowledge they need to navigate for international markets. It should become an institution that evolves with the needs of the trade. A quick word on what road lies ahead of us. What must be done for Vikasit Bharat 2047? I began with the threads of ancient India. Let me close with the threads of the future. The vision of Vikasit Bharat 2047 requires us to think and act on a scale commensurate with that of our ambition. For the textile sector, this means achieving our target of 100 billion US dollars in textile exports and 250 billion US dollars in textile production by 2030, which means you just have 3 full years before we have to do that and then scaling further from there. India's fiber production, currently around 15 million metric tons, will need to increase significantly, making India the global leader in sustainable textiles. India has a natural advantage of cotton and silk, of handloom traditions, with inherently low carbon footprint, of natural dyes and craft techniques that the world's premium consumers are actively seeking. We must build certification systems, traceability infrastructure, and branding platforms that allow India's sustainable textile heritage to command premium pricing in global markets. Investing in skills and design at scale. India must produce not just skilled workers, but creative designers who can create global competitive products, because the future of textile exports is not in commodity products, but in design-led value-added goods. Building a robust domestic technical textile industry that can serve India's massive infrastructure, healthcare, and defense needs, and then export its surplus to the world. In a world which is increasingly weary of mass produced identical goods, the uniqueness of Indian handmade textile is a competitive advantage that no machine can replicate. Our GI tagged textiles, from Banarasi to Pochampalli to Chanderi to Kanchipuram, must be positioned as global luxury and sustainable segments of goods, not as charity purchases. The the decade ahead of us will not be easy at all. Climate change will affect cotton yields. Geopolitical disruptions will create supply chain volatility. Technology will continue to disrupt the labor markets. But crises, as Prime Minister Modi often reminds us, is also opportunity. Crises are also opportunity. India's moment in the global textile order is now. The world is diversifying away from single source dependencies. Free trade agreements are opening the doors. The global consumer is increasingly drawn to authenticity, sustainability, and craft. All of these trends favor India, and we have the wisdom and we will seize the moment. A final thought, one thing. A cloth holds together, not because any single thread is extraordinary. Just picturize this. A cloth holds together as a piece of cloth, not because any one single thread is extraordinary, but because every thread in its proper place bears its proper tension. That's where the cloth is. So India's textile sector needs exactly this. Every thread in its proper place, be it the farmer, be it the spinner, be it the weaver, the processor, the designer, the exporter, the policymaker, and the industry association like the Texprocil. So Texprocil will also be one of those players like threads in a cloth. Everybody in their place, rightly holding the tension and making the cloth is what each one of your role is. India has always been a land of weavers. We wove the fabric of civilization when others were yet to discover the loom. We can weave the future of the global trade. Once again, I congratulate all the award recipients this evening. You carry forward a tradition that is more than 4,000 years old. Wear that responsibility with pride. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for your inspiring and encouraging words. Your vision and the continuous support towards the textile and export industry are truly very motivating for all of us. We're truly honored to have you with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the demanding schedule, she took time for us to encourage the industry leaders present here. Once again, can we have a big round of applause? And a big round of applause. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite Sri Ravi San, Vice Chairman of Texprocil, to propose vote of thanks.
चलिए भाई
नमस्ते नमस्कार
क्या ले लिए फोटो
It's a matter of
वीडियो में आ गए थे
word of thanks
मैडम
on this occasion
आ गए हैं
of the annual function of Texprocil. We are deeply honored that we have the Honorable Finance Minister on a maiden visit to our Texprocil. We hope this is not the first and we'll see her more often. I also take this opportunity to thank the Textile Commissioner, Sri Vinda Desai, for her gracious presence, all the awardees, Texprocil members, and guests. As we recall that during the pandemic, how our Honorable Prime Minister's government and our Finance Minister stepped forward to support the Indian industry, exporters, MSMEs, and the textile sector through several landmark initiative measures such as Emergency Credit Line Guarantee, ECLGL, loan restructuring, liquidity assistance, credit support mechanism, and export facilitation initiatives and enable exporters sustain operations, safeguard employment, and revive international trade activities. Our finance minister has constantly introduced transformative trade and business facilitation measures aimed at improving the ease of doing business, trust-based customs processes, digital appraisals, simplified clearances have significantly helped reduce transaction costs and delays for exporters. The announcement of the Mission on Cotton Productivity in Union Budget 26-27, which was operationalized by the government on 5th May with an allocation of 5,695 crores, is a major timely initiative. Most recently, under the ECLGS 5.0 package announced to address credit concerns arising from the Middle East crisis, eligible firms can avail additional fund up to 20% of their working capital utilization during the January to March 2026 period, subject to a cap of 100 crores. This initiative is expected to benefit nearly 1.1 crore MSMEs across the country. Madam, as already mentioned by our chairman, Texprocil, remains committed to creating awareness and facilitating outreach among textile exporters, especially MSMEs, on key government initiatives and policy measures. Today, the launch of the Council's Advanced Certificate Program in International Trade, ACPIT, marks another important step towards strengthening the textile export ecosystem. The Council has developed ACPIT as a structured certification program, which will be aligned with the various government schemes and policy initiatives focused on strengthening the Indian export ecosystem. My sincere compliments to all the award winners for their remarkable achievement, and also a deep sense of appreciation to Wellspun Group, Trident Limited, Indo-Count Industries, Creative Textiles, LMW, Nitin Spinners, Bajaj Steels, ECGC, and the Leela management for the generous support in the organizing today's function. My thanks also goes out to the advertisers who have contributed to the success of this event. I wish to convey my sincere thanks to the press media for their continued support in focusing on not only the issues concerning the textile export sector, but also on the activities of the council for the past many years. Ma'am, I'll fail if I don't say this. Your support in removing the cotton duty the last few years ago was a very great support. Looking forward for the same in the future, and also see that it's a long-term thing. And like ma'am said, all the necessary information I'll put together. And finally, I extend my gratitude to the distinguished guests, members, and participants for being part of the today's function and making it a memorable occasion. Thank you. Thank you.
चलिए खेल खत्म हो गया चाय पीना पड़ेगा ना
हाँ?
चाय पीना है हमें? हम्म now बस मत बिना वो फोटो ले लीजिए आप से
May I request the awardees to kindly come forward along with the trophies? Quickly, please. Please, requesting all the awardees to quickly join us on the stage for the group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we